Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. And today I am recording a storytime video where I am going to what I'm going to do is I am going to make a I'm going to what am I saying? I'm going to make a series where it called School Stories where I am going to talk about so far kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, because that's all I can do. Oh, what am I doing? Kindergarten, first grade, second grade, and third grade, because I don't have a fourth grade story yet, because I haven't been through fourth grade yet. I am a fourth grader since I've been past third grade. So this story is gonna be in kindergarten when I broke my arm. So in kindergarten, I was with my best friend who shall remain unnamed, just for safety reasons only. And I was going, and this girl came up, and she was like, "Hey, you want to do a contest?" And my best friend's like, "Yeah, what kind of contest?" And then she's like, "Oh, vi- oh, contest where to see who can do the coolest tricks using the monkey bars." And me and my best friend were like, I'm in, we're in. So we start doing these so we started doing what is it we started ma- we started me and my best friend started making videos together, and I had an old account on YouTube, and we used to make videos together, and this was in kindergarten. But yeah, on to the story. Whatever. That was totally off topic. Basically what happened was I was my best friend did a trick, and I'm just to spare the time, I'm not gonna say what he did, but then it was my turn. And so I jumped and I held onto the monkey bars, and I held there for like at least 30 seconds, and they're like, all right, do the trick already. And I fell, I lost grip, and to make it look cool, I did a karate kick. And okay, so say this is my ankle. Um, Another one of my friends came running by, and my ankle went like this on his, and I I kind of went to the side and I slammed my arm on the wood chips, and then my the other kid fell. I don't think he was injured in any way, but I like slammed my arm super hard on the wood chips. I was crying. People were surrounding me, and then the supervisor told me to go sit down on the bench. And I'm sitting down on the bench holding my arm. Yeah, holding this is the arm right here that I broke. Holding my arm like this, just like that. And I'm just like, here, let me get a better shot of it. So I was holding my arm like this, and my best friend came up, and he's like, "Oh, Brian, I'm sorry, it's all my fault." And I'm like, "Nah, man, it's okay." Because I was the cool kid in kindergarten. At least I thought I was. And then they send me into the office, and then they call my dad, and and by the way, they never even bothered calling an ambulance. I had just broken my arm, and they didn't even bother calling an ambulance. They call my dad, and my dad's just like, "All right, get in the car, son." And then I'm like, "Okay." And so we go in the car, we go to the doctor, and the doctor breaks it to my parents and says that I had broken my arm. So I was going over, and a few months later, I had to get surgery. And they were like, they were like I was just sitting there watching Ben 10. If you don't know what that is, that's a very very good cartoon that I used to watch. And I was I was watching Ben 10, and then they like give me these pills, and I cannot describe how disgusting those pills were. Like, oh my goodness, those were probably the most disgusting pills I have taken. Even more disgusting than this blue pill and this gray pill I have to take every single morning. And I was like, holy cow, why does that taste so gross? That tastes so gross. And then I start slowly falling asleep because, of course, it was a sleeping pill. And once I fall asleep, I think that's when they did the surgery. I'm not sure, but I don't know what happened during the surgery, so I can't speak about it because I don't even know what happened. Because I was asleep and they numbed me and I couldn't feel anything and I was asleep, of course. Okay, so skip to the next morning. I'm awake and we are perfectly fine. And I think I had to stay like 2 other days to recover. Mind you, my mom was here for the whole entire thing. Like, she was there staying with me for like those 3 days. And so I had to stay like to recover for like another like 2 days. And then I go home and I could barely walk because you have to stay in a bed unless you have to go to the bathroom. Otherwise, you stay in bed. And so I could barely walk because I was in bed for 3 days. And so they put me in a wheelchair, they walk me out, and then and then I get up and I think I'm good enough to at least walk to the car. So they put me in a wheelchair. They push me to the door, and I get up and I'm walking to the car, and then skip to like next year when I'm like 7 years old, and I'm just put and they give me a they they give the I'm at the doctor and they're like, well, I think you've healed. So and they had to I think they had to put like pins in my arm, and this is I'm trying to see. I don't know if you guys can see it really good. Um, no, I don't think you can see it. But there's a scar on my arm from the surgery, and I was like, and then they put, and then they had to pull the pins out with tweezers, and mind you, the pins were under my skin. But I don't know what they did to get the pins out. But yeah, and then they put a band-aid where they took the pins out, and it felt really weird. It didn't hurt, but it felt really weird. Um so they have to use like a blade, like a spinning blade, to cut the cast off because it was so solid because I had that on for like a year. But yeah, so then everything was fine. We drove home. I didn't have a cast on anymore. And yeah, that was pretty much it. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!